What's your niche? Do you describe it as a job title or a role? Or do you describe it as a profile of what your ideal clients look like or where they live? Most people think of these two things when they think of their niche, and I don't think this works for coaches and consultants. That's because demographics used to be how marketers divided up the world, and it's what most marketing and sales advice still tells you to do. For a time, this seemed to work, but in today's world, it increasingly doesn't. And for coaches and consultants, using demographics as a niche almost never works. My name is Simon Batchelor, and in this video, I'll explain a better way to find your niche. A lot of industrial era thinking focused on demographics, which are what people look like, what they do, and where they live. This way of thinking about people can still be useful and effective if you're doing high-level or brand awareness marketing. This is where you're simply trying to put your brand in front of people. However, brand awareness marketing is almost impossible to link to sales. It's really just about getting your brand seen enough times so that when someone makes a transactional level purchase, they recognise your brand and choose you. For the big brands, this is simply a cost of doing business. They spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions a year, simply to try and get people to remember their name. Most businesses don't need to do this kind of marketing. Instead, it's far more effective to focus on psychographics, which looks at psychological variables such as what people like, want, believe, and do. In other words, it's not about what they are, but who they are. When thinking about and describing your ideal clients, the best place to start is their worldview. So when we want to market to people based on what they believe, dream and want, it's less important what they look like or how they present themselves. In marketing terms, this means putting psychographics over demographics. Demographics used to be how marketing worked. You could buy lists of housewives, accountants or whoever and then sell to those people in those categories based on assumptions you'd made about their lives. Facebook, now Meta, took this to the extreme and broke down people's demographics into a baffling array of ways to target people based on data it stole, from people's online behaviours. In the modern world, where we work and how we live no longer slots into these neat little labels, and therefore demographics are less and less effective. Using psychographics, on the other hand, focuses on people's beliefs, desires and behaviours. So effective and ethical marketing identifies and creates anticipated, personal and relevant marketing messages for specific groups who share common psychographics. To move away from demographic thinking, let's try an exercise. Thinking about your ideal client, ask yourself, what are they thinking, feeling or doing before they start working with you? What is the change that they seek to make? What's stopping them? Your answers to these questions will tell you your niche. Now you might be thinking, look, this all sounds great, Simon, but my niche is accountants. I've worked with accountants for years. Now you may have that demographic niche already and it might be working for you, so I'm not here to tell you that it isn't. But thinking about psychographics lets you dive deeper and explore your niche in more detail. For example, using your answers to the previous questions, you could move beyond just simply accountants to accountants who are wanting to set up their own firm and need a confidence boost. Or accountants who've just qualified and are looking to network but are feeling overwhelmed. The benefit of being able to describe your niche with a level of psychographic detail is that your target market will instantly identify with it. It's what makes people think, hang on a minute, that's me, or I know someone just like that. Niching your business is important, but don't get too hung up on it because it will evolve. Your niche is just for now and it doesn't have to be set in stone. You can develop your niche as you work with more and more clients, becoming clearer on who it is you want to work with and who can get the most benefit from working with you. The first step is to answer those questions that I asked earlier, and then use your answers to create a new way of describing and talking about who you want to work with. And then you can try it out the next time someone asks you what you do. I go into a lot more detail about how to describe and attract the clients you want to work with in my book, Reframing Marketing. It's a 3-step guide to effective and ethical marketing. It will help you get clear on who will benefit from working with you and how you can use marketing to get them to a point where that's what they want to do. You can order your copy direct from me at reframingmarketing.com. I'll see you in the next video.